Welcome back to the Venture Crew. Today we're talking about One Piece, chapter 1114, titled Icarus Wings. These are the very, very brief spoilers. They are less than a full page. So, Jay, take it away. Let's get right into it.
Yep, let's get right into it. The Vegapunk's broadcasts are still on right now. His message starts and he's talking about the Void Century. However, he mentions that he doesn't know too much. So starting off at that first point, which is we only have a tiny bit of points, like maybe four. That first point really just hones in the fact that we're probably not going to get too much out of this Vegapunk message because I was thinking like, man, he's going to expose Eam, he's going to expose Joy Boy, Void Century, everything that we're supposed to know as the lore. This would have probably been the best time to do it, so we can get like a quick little flashback through Eam's eyes. But nope, not yet. Still don't get a lot from the Void Century so far. So I don't think about that too much. What do you think, Tony?
I mean, we knew he was going to talk about the Void Century in some way at least. Whether it's just finishing Clover's sentence from O'Hara, whatever he was about to say, like the name of the ancient kingdom. We're going to get Void Century info, obviously. So, not much to say there. It's a given.
Yeah. All right, let's get back into the next point. Let's get it going. So, in the next point, he says that there was once a young man named Joy Boy from the ancient kingdom 900 years ago who had the power of, can you guess it?
I don't know, man. Ugh. I don't know. What was his power? Ugh. This is a head scratcher. What was his power?
I have a quick prediction. I think it might have been the power of stretching, maybe.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
I think so.
Uh,
It says that he has the power of stretching. Like, yeah, everybody else knew that in real life, but
I
I guess
mean,
the One Piece world, they
yeah,
didn't.
it makes context. It makes sense in the context of the One Piece world, not knowing like, yeah, he has to tell them, but for Pew to think this is dire information that we must know now, which yeah, by the way, these are Pew Pieces brief spoilers, so these
Way
are,
early.
yeah, way early because a lot of people might forget we're still on break week.
Yeah, this
Typically, we're
is
not getting
too
these
early.
spoilers till this coming Monday, so having them this early is a little crazy. It's not the first time we've gotten stuff very early. I think the last time this happened was with the Rocks Pirates chapter with the Kumba flashback. We got that super early.
So hear me out on this, right? I think the reason why these spoilers are out so early is because this chapter is going to be hype, so hype that he just couldn't resist in giving us a little bit of a taste on what we're going to hear. So I think I'm still holding out hope. This obviously isn't even probably remotely as much as Vegapunk is going to talk about in this chapter. So it seems to me that we're actually going to probably get either half or the full version of this Vegapunk broadcast since he really is starting to talk. So let's pray, let's hope that Otis starts cooking. I already smell it, bro. I already hear the sauteing, you know what I mean? So we
I
just
mean,
gotta
yeah, these are brief because there's only two more little lines that we have left. Well, three, but two actual chapter related lines that we have left. So,
Mhm.
all
All
right.
right, let's go into it. And you guys are not going to be happy about the final point. I'll just say that right now. But we're going to get to that. We also see the Mother Flame in this chapter. The Mother Flame is a flame underwater in a tank. So that just proves a lot of cadence that the Mother Flame literally is a flame. You know, which probably
Yeah, a
powers the
lot of
whole.
it too was people thinking that it being called the mother frame, like frame, because of the way that L's translate with Japanese. They were like, oh, what if it's not an actual flame? What if it's a frame? Like it's
Like
an
a
actual
main
frame.
frame.
Yeah, like a main, something like
Yeah.
that. Like just something not a flame. But no, this confirms it is quite literally a mother flame. And now we see it's something to do with the ocean and underwater, which is interesting. Eternal flame, I'm guessing, is where we're going with
Yeah,
that.
I think it may be an eternal flame because it's underwater in a tank. That means that it's maybe being preserved because once it reaches the outside world, its light dims. So I think it has to be enclosed in a space where it can just flame on. Like, I think right now it is in its weakest state since it's in water, but when it comes out, that's when it's going to be like boom.
Now, is the mother flame, is that the energy source or is that the weapon?
It's the
It's
it's
the
energy
weapon, right? It's
source.
the name of the weapon, right? He like they were saying
It's
that he used the mother flame, or that he built the mother flame.
no, I think it's more so of the energy source because Eames said they need more mother flames, which explains why it's a flame enclosed in a tank, so that they can use that fire or whatever material that it is for whatever gunship or a mountain destroying ship or island destroying ship in the air that they use to destroy Lelouch with.
Yeah, I just I'm curious to see how that works. So it's a tank underwater, but how does it power something above ground, or do they need to grab it? Like, is
Yeah,
there they need to go down and get it from somewhere to then fuel it? I'm not really sure. Well, that makes sense. It could
I
be like
think
York had to go retrieve like a sample basically of it to use
yeah,
on the weapon.
I think that it is just being held in stasis right now until next use. Then they're going to transfer it to whatever power source that it needs to power. But
Yeah,
that's
that's
a
the best
pretty
bet.
pretty quick little discussion about the mother flame. Let's dive into the last 2 points. In the chapter, we also see reactions from people all over the world to Vegapunk's message. Man, Pew Peace, man, man, this was so urgent that we just had to we just had to see people react to the message like they haven't been reacting to the message every single chapter. Like you could have just left that out. You know what I mean? The very urgent detailing that he's putting into this chapter review right now. This breaks the One Piece world as we know it. Well, let's
Speaking
get in.
of break,
Oh, speaking of break, final point, man. You guys are gonna be so disappointed about this, but Oda needs his breaks, man. Break after 114. Right when we had a 1 week break, gonna get this chapter. Break next week again.
but I
But
mean, at least we know it's got to have a pretty hype ending to
well, I mean,
start a break. Maybe.
the last couple chapters when we had a break, it was kind of like iffy, bro.
Well,
Not
there
gonna,
was the break where he took a break because he needed some time off, and then there
yeah,
was well, this break is Golden Week, so I mean, I do think since there's no real reason for another break other than just for the sake of it coming up, like obviously he needs his breaks, we could have a pretty hype ending, a lot more things to speculate in the meantime. So we'll see.
yes. So, what do you think about this chapter review? And then I want you to do me a favor and give me your best prediction for this chapter coming up.
So overall, I really don't think we needed these spoilers as early. To be honest, like it's good information. It's hype. I'm hyped, and I think based off of everything we're learning here, I think we're just gonna get the fundamentals of the Void Century. We're gonna understand what the Mother Flame is, maybe, because we're gonna see it, right? He's saying that we're gonna see it. I'm sure
Yeah,
Vegapunk will give us an actual explanation about it, and then Joy Boy, we're gonna understand who he was a bit more. Hopefully, we might even get a name reveal, name drop, even a face reveal potentially. Potential, maybe we might. I think
I don't
at
think.
the very least, we're gonna get a silhouette. He's gonna be like, there was a boy or a young man
Yeah,
named
I
Joy
would say
Boy,
silhouette,
and it
bro.
will be a silhouette of like
Classic
some guy
Oda.
smiling. It'll be like a silhouette of Joy Boy smiling. You can see his big toothy grin, but everything else is blacked out. And then like maybe you see the ancient kingdom in the background, and then you see Vegapunk in the corner. It's like, oh, there was once a man named Joy Boy from the ancient kingdom. Oh, you know what's interesting? They're saying he's from the ancient kingdom specifically. That's the first time we've heard of his direct origin.
Yeah,
I didn't even pick up on that at first. Yeah, so
from
we
the
know
ancient
where
kingdom.
Joy Boy is from now.
Well, I mean, obviously, I think we already
I
predicted that.
mean, but it's confirmed now though.
Yeah, but it's like we already kind of as viewers,
I
we already kind of knew that the ancient kingdom was his kingdom, or probably he was from there. Because why would the ancient kingdom be like this huge mess, like mystical place that has been lost due to time and destroyed, maybe? But I get where you're coming from, though. It's confirmed now, so it's
I'm
good
calling it.
that we know it.
We're gonna see a silhouette. I'm calling it.
I think so too. I mean,
At the
just
very least, a silhouette. Like
classic
ideally, a face reveal, but a silhouette at the very least.
classic Oda fashion. We're going to see a silhouette, bro. I mean, it's just like why wouldn't we? Oda loves to silhouette people. Hell, Eam, we still don't even know what she looks like rather other than her eyes, you know what I mean? So it's like, man.
Yeah, we'll see. So what do you think though? If you're not part of the Joy Boy silhouette idea, what do you think?
I think what we're going to see in this upcoming chapter is similar to what you said. We're going to see some information about Joy Boy himself. I think this is the first little bit, like, oh, he could stretch, and then he's going to get into more of a tangent, like he's from the Void Century, and his main arch nemesis during that time was Emu from the Norona family. And then he's going to get into that. And then after he gets into who basically a little bit of who Emu is, then he's going to start to tell you why the earth is sinking into itself with the use of the mother flames of destroying the islands like Leloucha and just raising the sea level. So I think that's really the end goal of where it's going to come. But only time can tell, you know. Maybe next chapter he's just gonna be like, "Oh, Joy Boy was from the ancient kingdom. That's all, y'all. Bye." And then that's it. You know what I mean? So we just got to see where this is heading.
Yeah, I mean, it would explain why we have Pew telling us that we're gonna see the Mother Flame. I don't think it would just be Vegapunk straight up explaining it. Now that you put it like that, I think it'll be something to do with maybe Eam using the Mother Flame, and then we just cut to a scene of it underwater, just as a reveal for us. Not that Vegapunk's directly showing anybody what it is. So
Yeah,
it's there's many things that this chapter can go over, especially since this is just a this isn't even brief spoilers. These are very brief spoilers.
very. Brief.
So we could see a lot more because usually, like, brief spoilers are a little bit more than this, maybe like double the amount of what we see here. But then the full spoilers is like a long thread, and it's just the full idea of it. So yeah, let's see where this goes. I think this is gonna be a very very hype chapter. I can't wait to see it fully drawn.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it fully, y'all. But that's really all that we have right now until Monday. Actually, I think Tuesday of next week we're going to be back right on time. Show you guys the One Piece 114 full brief spoilers, not the full spoilers. You know what I mean? Because this is just a tiny little chunk of the brief spoilers that he sprinkled in there for the viewers that are just in this drought to get some hype going on. So we're gonna go and tell you guys what happens then. But until then, it's great. I'm Jay, and I'm with Tony, and yeah, that's probably the end of the video, y'all.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned, y'all.